Music education. Such a dynamic subject. So important to many students. So what does it mean?
There are direct academic correlations between music and art instruction and what we often call the essential academics. I would say that music and art are as essential in the academic environment.
At its core, music education is instructing students on how to be a musician.
You learn math through time signatures. You learn language arts through the meanings of the songs. I think everything can be related back to music, and kids in music education programs benefit so much.
I'm sure it's not easy getting through your name. So tell me this can't be how it's gonna end. Tell me my heart.
Music education to me is a way for kids to relate on a whole different level than the normal social aspect of high school. I feel like kids learn to express themselves without using words, so it's kind of expressing the inexpressible.
A basic way to look at it is like this. Music education is the act of teaching musical notation, instrumentation, singing, music theory, any of the basic music concepts to other students. But there's more to it than just that, more deep down that you have to think about.
Middle school is a hard time for all kids, and if you're not a kid who's out there and really social and verbal and feels comfortable in new groups, it's pretty daunting.
There was a kid, Casey, who came in as a freshman. He just didn't feel accepted by anyone.
Music in this world is a great gift, and to be able to teach music is an even greater gift. But with this gift comes many problems as well. Many problems that music educators have to fix. One of these problems that is overlooked often a time is social invisibility.
I think that teachers pick favorites in classes and in general, and those kids who aren't the favorites are not benefited. They're lost in class, and the teachers don't spend enough time with them because they've pretty much just ruled them out.
The point of the matter is this: social invisibility. It is something that is in the back of our minds and manages to come out at the worst of times, especially in the classroom. It completely affects a student's learning ability when they do not feel accepted amongst their peers and their teachers.
I definitely can remember some students that were like that. They weren't very outgoing, which I think was their main struggle through the class. The only
you think it was detrimental to their learning?
I wasn't socially invisible. I felt like I was respected by my peers and my teachers.
The problem was that they weren't confident enough to actually break out and approach anyone, and the teacher wasn't reaching out their hand towards the student. The problem was that the teacher wasn't giving the student the chance to shine, really.
Most teachers today are not establishing a good classroom setting. Most students do not feel comfortable with each other, which is why we have a few social invisible students in classrooms. There must be an equal opportunity of shared learning between all students, and all students must feel comfortable with each other for that to happen. So it is the teacher's job to make sure that this occurs.
Yeah, I don't think that they got the same experience because it takes too much of the teacher's time and resources to reach out to those kids.
And you know in high school who the good teachers are and who the bad ones are, who kids talk about after class and complain about. And those were the kind of teachers who didn't do what they should have been doing. You know, teachers are supposed to be mentors. They're supposed to look out for their kids, not just academically, but emotionally too.
But there are some great teachers out there who have learned how to make all their students feel socially visible to each other. And in so doing, the classroom setting blossoms. When that classroom setting blossoms, all students can truly feel like they belong and have found a niche in their social school hierarchy.
It's just a huge thing for the kids to have a place to belong, something they'll always have in common with other people as they get older, and it just makes them feel good about life. It gives them something positive to come
Band
to
teacher
school.
in school was someone that everyone felt comfortable going to, and if you didn't feel comfortable going to him, he made an effort to make sure you felt comfortable going to.
Twin brothers Corey and Adam go here, both bright, happy kids, but completely different personalities. Corey, talkative and outgoing. Adam's kind of shy, kind of quiet, and he hadn't really found his social niche at school until he picked up one of these.
He made time for those students, and he made sure that those students were recognized, and he had them play solos in rehearsals even though they weren't going to play it for the actual performances. He had them try different things and encourage them to do a lot of things. So I think that it really depends on the teacher and what they wanted to do in the classroom and how they wanted to make those students feel accepted.
The music classroom is such a great candidate for a classroom setting that completely just shatters barriers that cause social invisibility. When a student learns that there are other students just like them who wish to express music just the way they do, they truly feel like they are accepted and a part of something great, and they can fully contribute and learn in that classroom.
But it's not just through relating to each other, it's also, you teach kids morals and values, teamwork, playing together.
Most experts agree that kids who study music at an early age not only excel academically, but see emotional benefits as well.
But I think it's more than that. It's really helping them to grow personally and to develop their character and who they're gonna be someday.
They're finding themselves still. It came to me throughout the year for anything. He really trusted me, and band did that, because that's where I met him, and that's where I could spend time with him when we went to football games, and you always see them. So.
Little bird, I guess you're right. I can't let it take me out without a fight. But right